All right, so that was the Epitome made by electro-harmonix. And I've got this thing hooked up into my Bogner Alchemist. I'm using my Fender Stratocaster. And what you just heard were all three effects engaged and creating a really interesting kind of sound that you just don't, I don't know of any other kind of pedal that makes this kind of stuff. So let's just do a quick overview of the Epitome and what's involved with it. You've got three different effects in the Epitome: the Micropog, the Stereo Electric Mistress, and the Holy Grail Plus. Now the Micropog is an octave generator, and you can do an octave below and an octave up. So you get, this kind of sounds like. And this stuff, of course, sounds really good when you're distorted. A standard octave generator. The Stereo Electric Mistress is a chorus and a flanger combined, and you have a rate knob here to control the rate of the oscillation. Actually, when the rate is to the left of the 12 o'clock mode, it's kind of a fixed filter sound that you can sweep through. And stuff like that. All right, if you move the rate past 12 o'clock, then you get, the oscillation involved with the effect. Bring the rate up high enough, and it starts to sound a lot like a Leslie. All right, so that's the Stereo Electric Mistress. Over to the Holy Grail. It's a reverb unit, and it's pretty much got everything that the Holy Grail Plus does as an individual unit, and you have it here alongside three other awesome effects. So it has 4 different reverbs that you can play with: a spring reverb, a hall, a room, and flurb, which is a flanger reverb effect combined. So let's just take a listen to the spring reverb. So that's a really awesome spring reverb. The hall and the room are equally awesome, I think. A little bit of different character to the hall. The room is a shorter sounding reverb. And the flurb is a really interesting kind of sound. In flurb mode, the amount knob here on the Holy Grail allows you to adjust the feedback time on that delay that's happening in the background there. And of course, there's also a blend mode that allows you to mix in the level of the reverb or flurb in this case. So that's flurb. If you flip on shimmer mode, while the Holy Grail is set to flurb, you get an echo. And it's just a 1 repeat echo. So we can set the blend, you know. You know, that's a standard, just, you know, one-off delay. But if you combine it with some other stuff, you get some interesting sounds. With shimmer mode engaged again, that's going to reroute your micropog over to the Holy Grail. And I think it skips over the stereo electric mistress, and that puts it last in the chain. So you get, well, I'll just show you what this kind of sounds like. That was the effect that you heard at the beginning of the video with these cascading octaves. And with shimmer mode here on, the sub and up octave knobs turn into the feedback gain that you have on the delay. You also get a pretty cool church organ effect if you just you take the shimmer off. You can mix in, you know, turn down your dry a little bit so it's more organy. You can see I have my sub and my upper octave knobs pretty equal. And lots of reverb. With this setup, that if you add in the electric mistress with that Leslie kind of sound, you have a, you know, a really cool organ effect. One other cool combination I'd like to show you with a little reverb. Let's use a room reverb. Shimmer off. And just using the micropog with mostly just the upper octaves here, you get kind of a 12-string guitar sound. All right, so that's just some of what the Epitome can do. It's a really cool pedal. It's really versatile. These effects are really, they're awesome on their own. You know, who wouldn't want a micropog, the stereo electric mistress, and the Holy Grail Plus on their pedal board? And here you've got it all in one pedal, each with its own, you know, switchable on and off and individual controls. And the way this is set up, you can combine these effects in a way that you couldn't do that with 3 individual pedals. So this has been the Epitome effects pedal from Electro-Harmonix. I'm Dave Willard here for Guitar Muse. Be sure to read the full review of this effects pedal on guitarmuse.com. And I'll see you next time.